I'm taking the fridge doors off. First, you have to unscrew this bolt. I'm just using pliers, but it's probably better to use a wrench. And then the door is supposed to just come out. And this should... The freezer door just sits on this. So when you unscrew this bolt, it just pulls up and comes off. Both the doors are off. That's pretty simple. I want to replace this with just thin plywood because we have this big crack here, and on this one the wood just curved out, so the little pegs don't hold it anymore, so it keeps falling down this thing. I want to take it out and just put in a thin piece of plywood that will fix the problems. I'll just glue it on and it'll make it lighter. We're actually missing the plastic piece that goes here, like this one. I'll just glue on the piece of thin plywood straight with this. I'll spray paint this black, the trim, and then I'll paint the plywood white, and then it just goes in there perfectly. There's no gap or anything. I'll replace these big wooden pieces. All you have to do is unscrew these plastic pieces from the bottom, and then they just slide out. Okay, so this came out, and I'm actually not going to paint this because it has all the buttons. Okay, that's perfect. There's just some clips you have to open up. And then this, you can pull the wires out to take this off. Just gotta make sure to see which ones are which, so I know how to put it back. Okay. Okay. So yeah, just get pliers and pull them off, and then this should all go back on. Just make sure you take a picture to know which goes which. And this button actually comes out, so I'll just set it down in here. Okay, so this part is off.
We took out the boards that were in here, and they were real wood, which is nice, but they were super heavy. So we're just gonna put in 1/4 inch plywood, and it fits perfectly in here. So we already painted those. Today I'm going to go ahead and scuff up the trim, wipe them down, tape up around the edges so the spray paint doesn't hit the inside part, the white part, and then we're gonna spray paint in black. Okay, got everything taped up. The bottom's here and lined with plastic so we don't get spray on the white inside. It's okay if we spray on here because the wood's gonna slide in on top anyway. It's all ready to get spray painted.
I bought this paint to spray the fridge with, so I'm gonna use this primer first, and then this paint, and then for the plastics inside the camper that we couldn't take out, I'm just gonna use this and use one of these brushes because we're already painting the wall, so we can't spray paint anymore. turned out really nice. This paint's really good. It takes a longer time to tape everything than it's actually gonna take to paint probably. But yeah, I'm gonna tape everything up because everything's already painted. And I'm gonna put some silicone here and also over here. Because if you don't put silicone, you're not gonna get a straight, nice edge. But yeah, if you're planning to paint the fridge, then just spray paint it before you get everything inside done. We're gonna plan on doing the fridge. So now that everything's taped up, there's plastic and everything's silicone, I'm gonna start painting. This is what we used for the spray paint to spray the doors outside, the fridge doors. But I can't spray in here because it'll fly everywhere. So I'll just use this, so it should be the same color. I'll be using one of these. I'm not sure which one's gonna work good to paint with. Pretty happy with this Rust-Oleum paint in a can. This is actually my first time using Rust-Oleum in a can. I won't use them in spray paint. It's really thick. It doesn't leave runs or anything much. It's coming along. It's turning out really good. I have to use 2 coats and I'm just using the small brush. Just this brush. The other sponge one didn't work well. So I got it all painted. It's pretty good. I think one more coat should get it good. So we got the fridge doors painted. I did like, I think 3 coats on them. They turned out really nice. So now they're dry. It's been like a day or two. I got the plywood cut out. Julie painted it a few times, so it's all ready. I'm gonna start putting it together now. This piece is cracked a little bit, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on there. Lay it on there till the glue dries out. If you were missing one of these plastic pieces, we actually looked online. We did find one, but it was like $70 for just a plastic piece, and we weren't even sure if it would fit our camper or not. I cut out this piece, the same size as this, just out of the same thin plywood, and I painted the same black color. Glue it on here. It looks perfect, you can't even tell. And we'll put some tape so the glue will set. I'll wait till it dries out, then take the plastic tape off and it should be good to go. I got 2 coats of paint on here. It's dried out, it's been a couple days, so it looks good. So I'm gonna start ripping off the tape. Look how nice and clean those lines are. But yeah, you can only get those if you spend a lot of time and tape everything, then silicone it still, not just tape. Because if you tape, the paint will go under the tape in places and it's not gonna look nice. So you have to silicone the seam, and then look how nice it comes off and makes really nice straight lines. So this is all good. It looks really nice. All the tape is off. I'm gonna start putting the doors back in. Like that. And then you screw this in like that. Just clicks it. And next, there's this little switch right here. Pop that in. And then these wires. Okay, I actually took a picture of this stuff before I took it off. So I need to go find the picture to know which wires to connect which wire. Okay, so I got all the wires connected to a switch. Make sure you either take a picture before you take them off or mark them somehow so you know. And here, then this plastic piece goes on top, and you just set the fridge on that thing. Okay, so you just put that thing in there. and this just screws in. Okay, I got the fridge on, but you can see the bolts are not painted. So I'm going to just use a small brush and the black paint that I used to paint this and just lightly touch it up. It was a lot of work actually, more than I thought it would be, but I'm glad we did it. It looks amazing.
Look at that. Now would you just look at it? It looks so good.
Yeah, it opens and closes. Good.
Awesome. Yeah, matches everything else.
And look, this is the wooden board that I made. This is the plastic piece. That was
Yeah, I can't even tell.
You can't even tell.